Morning, everyone. First of all, I'd like to wish you Happy New Year and welcome back to our training. So today we are looking at Canva and Adobe Illustrator. For any graphics designers, if there had been any, they know that there is not just a single tool that you can use. There is several different tools. There is so many tools that they use to come up with all these graphics that we know, from flyers to posters, to logos, to cards, business cards, and all that, to any kinds of graphics, book covers, packaging, all that. We are specifically looking at Canva and Adobe Illustrator today. Some people use Adobe Illustrator. They collaborate it with Photoshop and a lot much more tools to make it prettier and make it work. Some people are updated with the latest version of Illustrator that uses AI. You don't need to do a lot, just type in a prompt and then Illustrator just comes up with whatever command you had given it. So today we are it's quite a lot. Okay, the tools are too many to cover in, because this topic we only have it for 1 hour today. So it's so much, but today we're going to cover the tool layers. We're going to cover the two layers, and I'll be sharing resources on how, where you can practice, how you can practice, and then how you can become good at this. Because graphic design just narrows down to how creative you are and how much you can practice to come up with the best aspect of it. So basically, it's just practice. There is I cannot cover each and every single aspect of it, of Adobe Illustrator, of everything that you can create using Adobe Illustrator. Canva is straightforward. We're going to look at this, but it's an AI tool, so it makes it easy. So the notes are just brief, just talking about the whole, like I told you, it's the tool layer. So it's just talking about the tools, what they are and what they do. And then we shall physically look at each of the tools briefly. Let's see where we shall end today. So the introduction of the course, of course, is Adobe and Canva, two powerful design tools for creating stunning graphics. And then they can enhance the visual content, making it more engaging and professional. What is Canva? Canva is a web-based graphic design tool that allows users to create appealing content with ease. I think most of us are familiar with Canva. It's just a drag and drop web-based tool. You create your designs on there, then you can download them and share them. It's that easy. Except it's limited. Okay, there are features of it, of which to use them you have to be a premium user. I think it's now, initially it was about $20 a month. It should be down to, I don't know, $17 or $15 a month to use Canva. But if you don't want to pay graphics designers tremendous amounts of money every month, you can opt to use Canva because it's very easy. So the key features of Canva: it's a drag and drop interface. There is a typo there, but it should be pre-designed templates. Just correct this. Pre-designed templates, and a vast library of images and collaboration features. And then Adobe Illustrator is a vector graphics editor used to creating complex illustrations, logos, icons, and other detailed designs. When we're looking at Illustrator, when we open up Illustrator, we're going to in detail look at what vectors are and what they mean by vector graphics editor. So it's a precision drawing tool, advanced typography, extensive color controls, and integration with other Adobe Creative Cloud apps. So you can use it with other apps. Like I told you, some people combine Illustrator and Photoshop and all the kind of apps to come up with the perfect illustration or the perfect graphic that they're trying to create. So when you look at the benefits of Canva, it is easy to use. It is very easy to use. Just drag and drop. You can just see the tools right there, what you're trying to create. It still comes down to your creativity. So it's both for designers and non-designers. Anyone can use Canva to come up with a perfect graphics. But then it still goes down to your creativity. How creative are you? And that's how you can maximize the tools that Canva offers. Then it has templates, thousands of pre-designed templates, so like we're going to see, for various purposes, from social media posts to presentations to logos to even video editing, I think, video templates or something like that. Then collaboration, you share designs with team members for feedback. in real time. So in case when you create an account with Canva, you can decide to work as a team or as an individual. So you can work with a team on particular designs at the same time, because it is web-based. It is cost effective. There is a free version of it and affordable pricing plans available, making it accessible for individuals and small businesses. So there is that open bit of it. Okay, but it is, like I told you, it's limited. Certain tools are limited to the premium versions. So we're going to see the plans, and then of course the benefits of using Adobe Illustrator. It is a professional grade tools, which is, I think, the most used design tool by professional graphics designers. It's Adobe Illustrator and other Adobe packages. And then it is scalable, which means you create your own. Okay, you can rescale it in size, quality. Is it printing? Is it digital media? When Canva creates, I think it's going to create. Of course, you'll have to export in whatever format that you want, but it's not as scalable as Adobe. Actually, there's situations where designers, after creating the Canva designs, have to actually run to Adobe to scale it, to rescale or restructure or redraw. So it is scalable, it is customizable, and there is Creative Cloud integration, which means it integrates with other Creative Cloud apps, allowing for cohesive workflow. Like I've been mentioning, you can use it with Adobe Photoshop or XD or whatever other apps that you would like to use it with. So creating designs with Canva, like we're going to see, is as simple as creating up your account and then sign up for the free Canva account to get started with designing. Then you choose a template, select thousands of templates that match your projects, you customize your design, and then you download it. You can export your design with various formats or share it directly from Canva. So Canva is web-based, like we're going to see. It's very easy. Just create an account and then that's it. When you're creating with Adobe Illustrator, you need to, first of all, create, you set up the workspace, which includes setting up the cloud-based app, which is Adobe Illustrator. I do not know how you'll have access to it. Some people do download it from their online sites that give you, free downloads. Sometimes they're torrents. I can share one of them at the end, where you can access Adobe or most of these packages. However, installation depends on your computer, and the installation process is not the same, and I cannot go through the installation process today, unfortunately. I can, for those who already have the CC, those packages, or you can, if your friend has it's easy to get. Most people have it on the flash drive, and you can just easily set it up and then install it. That is, you have to set up your workspace. You create vector graphics. Vector graphics are usually shapes. You can shapes, and then these shapes are drawn using curves and anchors and paths. So literally most of it is just made up of vector graphics. So you can use layers and groups. Layering and grouping is the main aspect of creating any graphics using Adobe Illustrator. Then you can export your work, export your designs in formats like AI, that is Adobe Illustrator, SVG, PNG, or PDF. There are many different formats that export your designs. So it depends on what the purpose is, and then you can export them. The practical applications, social media graphics, presentations, marketing materials, that is flyers, posters, brochures, and marketing campaigns. And then personal projects, which include invitations in your resume, in case you're trying to write up a CV and have it styled up, and then branding materials. There is no limitation to what you can build with Canva. There is a lot, like we're going to see. There are classes that you can choose from to build specific designs using Canva. Same applies to Illustrator, from logo designs to illustrations to infographics, and then packaging designs. There is way too much you can build with Illustrator as well. So that is just a brief introduction of what the tools are, what they do, what they are for. Let's practically jump into some of the applications. So first of all, we're going to look at Canva. For those of us who have used Canva before, I think it's as simple as canva.com. and there you are. It will run you through what you can do with Canva. It says it wants to sign me in anyway, but we shall come to that. It has signed me in anyway. I didn't want to do this, so I'm going to sign out, and then we'll go through the whole thing together. Let's remove that account as well. Okay. So the homepage of Canva, you can see you can design, spotlight. What are you designing? Is it visual documents? Is it a presentation? Is it whiteboard? Is it a PDF editor? Is it graphics and charts? And you can design photos and videos. There is a video editor. There is a YouTube video editor. There is a photo editor. There is photo collages, background removers, and then you can design. Okay, you can design print material, like you can see right here. You can design print material, which there is business cards, there is cards, invitations, mugs, whatever design you want to put on, maybe them on mugs or cups. And then there is t-shirts, hoodies, calendars, and labels. And then there is marketing. You can design a logo, a poster, a flyer. If you know the difference between posters and flyers, posters are usually first of all bigger. These are displayed in public to read. So it's people have between 2 and 5 seconds to see the information in the poster, so it has to be as detailed as possible to fit that time. Okay, people don't have you do not, unless it is so eye-catching, they'll stop to read the poster. So a poster is usually one-sided, it is bigger in size, and then a flyer is usually double-sided and it has much more information, detailed information. I think we all know the differences between posters and flyers. People mistake those two. And then there is also another difference between flyers and brochures. Flyers are usually it's just one sheet, okay, one slide sheet. So you just turn it around. One side has maybe the header information, and then the back has the detailed information. That's a flyer. And a brochure usually has multiple pages. Like you can read through the multiple pages. It's actually one sheet that is folded to make several different pages. So that's also the difference between a flyer and a brochure. So you should know the differences and where to apply them. Otherwise, you end up using the wrong material for the wrong purpose. Then there is social media and websites. You can design all this. And then there is stickers, there is mockups and QR code generators. You can also design QR code generators using Canva. And then you can see that under business, there is empower your organization with all. These are just some of how should I call them? They're running you through what Canva can do. So from enterprise to teams to sales, you can talk to the sales about how your Canva can help your business. You can talk to them. And then under business solutions, you can see what you can create from marketing to creatives to agencies, sales, communications, or estates. More, all these are categorized. Then there is general, all business solutions. The use case of Canva, you can create content, visual communication, brand management, team collaboration, asset management, brainstorms and workshops, branded team templates, productivity and workflows. And then under resources, that is it. Then under edu, teachers, I use teacher, I use student. There are free lessons, worksheets, and templates just for the educators. This is, you can learn how to use Canva professionally. And then there is plans and pricing for those who intend to use the pro versions of Canva. There is a free plan, like you can see, you can design anything and bring your ideas to life at no cost, just creativity, which means you can. There is a free version of Canva, and then there is a pro premium, which you unlock premium content, more powerful design tools, and AI features, which means you can actually use AI to help you in your design. And there is teams where you are working as a team on a particular design or different projects, grow your brand and simplify workflows. And then there are enterprises, and then there is pricing, of course, which you can compare there. Where it says compare pricing, design anything with the right plan. You can see there is a Canva free, Canva Pro, Canva Teams. Okay, the Pro version is $120 a year, but it's I think about $15 a month. So if you're paying for a year, you can see it even saves you a lot. That's saves you about $30. So there is some tools that are restricted, but when you pay the premium, they are all open, so you can design almost everything. You can see what is provided. For the free version, There is easy drag and drop editor, professional design templates, design types, stock photos, the pictures that you can use in your designs, AI generated writing and designs, and all that, and up to 5 GB cloud storage. Then with the premium, there's an additional premium templates. There is 100 million plus photos, videos, graphics, and audio that you can use. And there is over 1,000 brand kits to manage your brand. You can quickly resize and translate designs. You can remove backgrounds. You can boost creativity with 20 plus AI tools. You can plan and schedule social content, which means you can create your content there on Canva and then just schedule it to be posted on your socials anyway. And then there is additional storage of over 1 TB of cloud storage. Here on the free version, there is only 5 GB. And then there is an online customer support. Then you can work on it as a team as well for $100 a year. That's a minimum of 3 people. So yeah, that's premium versions and then education, like you can see here. For teachers, you can get verified as a Canva teacher, 100 million. Anyway, these are just packages that Canva gives you to use. So we are just going to look at how do I create an account. How do I create an account? And then look at briefly how Canva. So to create, if you already have an account, you can log in. If you don't, you can sign up. You can sign up and create an account right there. And you can, continue with an email or continue another way. I usually just log in using Gmail. Like it had signed me in already. So I use my email address. And if you already have an account, you can log in as well, or you can sign in using Gmail. So once you sign in, you can see this is the default the home page and everything. So you can go through the design spotlight, what you want to design, or you can look at the settings. You can jump right. This is the account settings, my name, my email address, and all that. Themes and everything, how your work environment on Canva, it's all that. So if you want to create a design, you go straight to create a design. What design do you want to create? Is it a newsletter? Is it an animated logo? Is it an Instagram story? Is it infographic? What are you trying to create? So it asks, is it for a t-shirt? Is it a comic strip? There's so many aspects that you can elements that you can create using Canva. Is it a report? It is too much that you can create with Canva. So you can create your own custom size. Let's say I want to create a poster. You can see there you can create a postcard or a poster. Is it double-sided? Is it landscape? And then there are different sizes of posters. Okay, or you can custom make your own poster. Is it A3 portrait? So I'll just choose one randomly for demonstration purposes. So like you can see, it opens up what I'd refer to as the artboard or the design page. So it says there's templates that you can use and there is styles that you can use. Okay, you can create your brand style, but you create your own brand style. You need to create that premium, look professional with set and forget brand colors and fonts. For brand style, is you just create a style that whenever you're creating any of the flyers or any of that stuff, you don't have to go through the hassle of redesigning the brand colors and the style. It already has a default style that you can just keep editing. So to create that, you need to use, you can see there is recently used, there is combinations and all that, but there is colors that you need to, choose from to create your brand styles. And then there is premium templates for you. These ones, some of these templates you can see, is it vacation, whatever it is. There's free templates, like you can see this one. Then some of these have this pro on them, which is premium. Upgrade to Canva Pro to use this premium template. But you can see that then in the library there is free templates that you can choose from to design the poster. What poster are you creating? So use 4+ words to describe the poster that you'd like to create. For example, if it's a concert, concert posters, there you go. Music and all that. So you can see these are all posters. If it's a concert, if it is workshop, there is workshop posters. So you look through and see, you can see some of them are, of course, premium. Most of them, like you can see. So you don't have to go through the hassle of redesigning the poster. You just edit this. Yeah. So, for example, if I choose this poster and I would like to edit it, it says, like you can see, it's drag and drop. Okay. All this can be edited. You just move the cursor around and then edit it. Okay. From the logos and all this, and then you can save the poster and you can download it. So, for example,
excuse me.
yes,
We can't see what you're doing on the screen. It's
oh my
frozen.
God, it's frozen. Is it? Just a second. Okay, so here is where I was, and like I was trying to explain. Let me just close that entire tab. It created another, open another tab, so we're unable to see that. But this is where we ended. So when you click on create a design, it's going to ask you what kind of design you would like to create. Is it a logo? What is it that you're trying to create? Excuse me. So is it a presentation? Is it a logo? Is it an Instagram post? Is it a newsletter, animated logo? Whatever you're trying to create is the brochure, postcard, phone wallpaper. Whatever you're trying to create is specified in here. But like I was trying to demonstrate a poster. So I'm trying to create a poster. Also, the different sizes of posters, like you can see. So is it square? Is it portrait? Is it landscape? Is it double-sided? And there's sizes and particular shapes of the poster that you'd like to create. Okay, like let's say I want to create randomly chosen that it's a portrait poster with those sizes. So you can see that once I click on what I want to create, you can even add another page, okay, of the same. You can create several different designs at the same time. So there is position, there is comments, there is background colors of the poster. You can redesign it from scratch. You can add an element, and these elements are in this panel. The left panel, there is design, there is elements. You can add a frame, a line, an arrow, and all that. Stars, borders, you can see money tables, and all these are elements that you can add to your page. Okay, so those are elements. You can add text. You can see under text there's different fonts and designs and all that you can look through. And then brand, in case you need to create a brand, like I was explaining before, this one requires you to update to the pro version of Canva, which is the premium version of Canva. Okay, so there's you can see you can try it for 30 days for free. Then after that you are of course going to pay to you continue using it. So you can upload images, you can upload images, videos, and audio. You can see the uploads that I have in mine. I barely use Canva anyway, but I ever used it. Those are the ones that I used. And then there is, you can draw, you can custom draw something into your page. So if I'm trying to, you can see the editing the panel up here, which has file. You can create another design, you can upload files, you can save it, you can download your design, you can delete it or move it to trash, you can find and replace text. All these are just then you can resize it. And unfortunately, to resize, you need to upgrade to premium. You can edit here. So under design, they ask you to describe a word of what you're trying to create. What poster for example, I first chose concert. You can see the layout for concert. You can edit all this, by the way. So you can see that this one, some of them are pro, so it tells you to upgrade to Canva Pro to use this premium template. Some of them are free to use. Okay, like this one is free to use. Everything here is editable. Like when I move around the cursor, it's drag and drop. I can add an element, I can add text somewhere and redesign it, or I can choose another. Oh, this one is premium, so you can see pro. It tells me try Canva Pro, but there's also many free templates. Okay, you can see this one is free. Choose what you want to work with. Some of them, most of these are free as well, like you can see, and some of them are pro, which means you have to be using the premium version of Canva to use them. So I first searched for on-site posters. Then I also searched for workshop posters. So this is what I was trying to demonstrate. Unfortunately, I could not be heard. You can see this is a free version. Or when you move the cursor around, you realize I can edit most of this. Okay, I can edit all these images, the backgrounds, the logos. All this is editable. So I click on it. It will show me what to edit it. The colors, you can put a color gradient in there. You can flip it. Transparency, you can animate it. If you click edit, then we can replace this image. You can replace this image as well. You can see right there its effects and all that. So all this is editable, okay, using Canva. You can save it. You can, edit all this. You can choose another design to create another poster. So I know people who don't pay graphic designers anymore. They design all this stuff by themselves. Why pay when you can, do all this on your own? And it looks as pretty as someone did this for you anyway. So you can see this online webinar and all. You can choose. It's unlimited. There's very, very, very many. There's 100 million plus pre-designed that you can use. Okay, you can edit all this, put a picture of yourself here, all that. So you can even create from scratch. You can decide to delete all this. Okay, you can delete all this and come up with your own design. You redesign it yourself. There's all these are just elements that can be added. Okay, they're just elements. All these are elements. Okay, they can be added. So you can design from scratch, actually, from a plain sheet. In case you already have a design or sketch and you want to design it from scratch, you can use Canva, actually. The only limitation that you're going to find is that some elements are not usable unless you're using a pro version of Canva. Okay, so when you click try 30 days, it will prompt you to start a free trial. You can start a free trial on individual. You can start one as a team, and then you see it's $15 monthly and $120 for 10 months, which means you save $30 anyway. Okay, actually it is $10 a month for a year, so you can save up to $60, like you can see. So once you choose your plan, you can click next and choose what payment method that you want to use, and then you start your free trial. So they will not charge you. Like, you can start your free Canva trial and get our most loved features. Okay, it's unlimited. The number of elements you can get, the number of pictures, free pictures that you can use for the posters or whatever you're designing. And then it says we will send you a reminder 7 days before the trial ends, and then your subscription starts unless you cancel. You can cancel that trial anyway. So when you put your card information there, you'll not be charged until the trial is over. Then I think most of us know how some of these things work. So that's Canva. It's free. It is you can upgrade to premium, of course, if you want to use like most of these graphics. There's graphics, there is photos, there's backgrounds, there is a lot that Canva can do for you. So even logos, from designing logos to designing it's, I don't know what design are you creating from. You can design a logo from scratch. You can see in case you already have an idea, you can use Canva to create a logo. What kind of logo are you creating? Is the logo circle food? What kind of cover? You just search here. Okay, logo templates. You can see the templates are right there. You can because designer will tell you, I will create for you a logo at 50,000, or even you yourself, if you're a designer, you can come up with logos here, and then you can create one using Canva and share it with your client. Okay, because people are too lazy to do these things. They're still willing to pay even when they're tools as easy as this. Okay, so I'm just going to jump into Illustrator briefly. So I will open Illustrator. Someone has shared where to download Illustrator. So you can download the Adobe Cloud there. So like we said, Illustrator is it's a vector graphics program. What that means is shapes are created by mathematical equations. Okay, all the shapes that we use, all the that are drawn, all the illustrations, everything that is created inside Illustrator are vector graphics, which means they are created using mathematical equations rather than pixels. Okay, so a vector is just an image that can be like scaled to infinity without losing quality. Okay, it can be an image, can be whatever you're creating in Illustrator. It is a vector graphics. What that means is it can be scaled to infinity. It can be you can zoom in onto it to infinity. It will not lose its what? It will not lose its quality. And that is just the opposite of a bitmap image. And bitmap image is just made up of pixels, and it has a set resolution. Okay, there is 4K images, there is 1080, there is 720, 360. Those ones are bitmap images. Okay, like a photo. A photo just has it is set. It has a set resolution, and it is made up of pixels, which means it once you scale it. Okay, for example, we're all going to print, I think, large format. Large format. If you take a picture to print on a large format, they are going to have to narrow it down into a kind of vector graphics to print it clearly, or its resolution is going to have to be readjusted to fit the print size. Otherwise, once it's scaled, it will lose resolution, and its quality will drop, which is unlike a vector. Okay, so again, Illustrator is a vector graphics program. So what that means, shapes are created using mathematical equations rather than pixels. So when you open up Illustrator, this is the screen that you will see. There is file, edit, object. We shall see this inside briefly. So what I'm going to share today is the tool layer of Illustrator. Unfortunately, I'm unable to, because of time, we still have way too much to cover. I'm unable to go through every single aspect of Illustrator, how to create a logo with Illustrator, however, I'm going to share resources on how the best way to learn anything using Illustrator is practicing. Okay, you want to learn to create logos using Illustrator, practice how to make a logo with Illustrator. Okay, and that is the best way you're going to grasp the tools that we're going to look at, and the grouping, layering, most of these things. You're not going to know how to do it unless you're doing it. Okay, you want to come up with a poster, create a poster. Try to create a poster and see how it goes. Okay, that is the best way to use Illustrator. To learn Illustrator, it's very easy. It's not complicated. Okay, people are eating your money for nothing. So in this screen, what we are interested in is create a new file. And once you click on that, you can see there is A4, there is sizes, there is lettering. There is letters. There is it a web. So once you look at this, there is a width, and usually I turn this into this is the measurement values that you're going to use. Is it inches or feet or yards or millimeters or centimeters or meters? So if I'm not using centimeters, then I'm definitely using inches. Okay, that means the parameters, the lengths and width of most of my objects in this particular project are going to be measured in inches. Okay, so the height, you can see the width is that. You can customize it as well. The orientation, is it landscape or is it portrait? How many artboards? We're going to look at what an artboard is. It's where you're doing your workshop. Is it one? Is it two artboards? I want to start with one anyway. So once you at the top, bottom, and all that, and then you can see the color mode. So what I advise is usually if it is a digital, if you're creating whatever it is and it's digital, you don't intend to print it, then you use RGB color. Okay, for digital whatever you're creating, digital footprints. Yeah? Like you can see, the chosen color mode is different from the color space defined by the document profile. Panel content may not match the new color mode. Okay, but the difference between these two, if it's digital graphics, if you're creating something digitally and it's not for printing, then you use RGB color. If it is printing, kindly use CMYK color if you intend to print whatever you're creating. So the factor effects and all that, most of this you can just leave it at default and then create. Okay, just a second. Yeah, there we go. So once it opens up, what this white part that we're all looking at is referred to as an artboard. Okay, it's where you're doing your design. So you can have an unlimited number of artboards at a particular time. You can have 7 artboards. You can have 2 artboards depending on what you're drawing or what you're creating. Is it one, for example, if it's a poster, is it just one poster? Several different posters. Like this is our artboard. So this is where you do your project, and then what you're looking at on the left, this left panel, are the tools. Okay, so like you can see, this is the title. Our title, it is SMYK, and this is the preview, and these are the tools that we use. Okay, and you notice that once you hover over a tool, if you put your cursor over a tool, it shows you what the tool is. This is a selection tool. Its shortcut is V. So once you click V on your keyboard, it will choose this tool. And what does it do? It selects entire objects. Okay. and then you can click more to find out what it does and all that. So each of these tools, once you hover over them, it shows you what the tool is. This is a direct selection tool. Select and adjust other anchor points and segments to reshape paths and all that. So all these are tools. There's so many tools. Once you go down here, there is a edit toolbar which opens up all the tools. Okay, this is a grid form. So from the selection tool to what direct selection tool to the pen tool. What is the pen tool? The shortcut is P. Anyway, I'll just go back to select pen tool. The shortcut is P. What does it do? It creates paths with precision using anchor points. So what they mean by paths and anchor points. So this is just a selection tool. What it does is it just selects. Okay, so there is no drawing. You can see it just selects. So I'm going to share a small, it's about a 20 minutes video because time is up already, but it's a 20 minutes video that runs through what each tool does and how its shortcut and what it does. So right here we have all the tools that we can use, okay, and their shortcuts and what they do. Then up here you notice that there is file. Under file there is saving. You can close, you can export, and then there is edit. You can copy and paste a particular element or path, or so you can paste it in the front or paste it in the back. And anyway, it's too much to go through, but all these, even it's irrelevant for me to explain each element unless you are actually using it. And the best way to use it is practice. Try to create something. Okay, you can see these are shapes. Once you click on one, you start creating a shape. Okay, so once you've created a shape, there is what we call the anchor. You can see, and then there is a path. The path is that shape, that particular the point between two anchors anyway is a path. Okay, and then you can move around the paths. You can create another path. You can, anyway, that's what all these tools do. Okay, and all, like I told you, just selection tool, and then zoom in. So if you zoom into this, you can see that this particular drawing, it is scalable to infinity, and it will still not lose what? Quality. And that is what a vector drawing is. So you can zoom in as much as you want. It will not lose what? It will not lose quality. And that is what vector drawings are, or vector graphics are. And that is what Adobe does. So I'm going to challenge you to, YouTube is a big online resource in the interest of time, because it's already time anyway. So I'm going to share a few links. First, creating, understanding all these tools. And then if you look at this side, there is properties, and then there is layers. This is the first layer. You can create another layer, you can delete a layer and all that. And then there is libraries, and then there is what we call grouping. So I'm going to share a particular, it's a very short video, understanding all these tools, what they are, what they do. And then it's about 20 minutes. There is over 80 tools, 80 plus tools, okay, to understand what these tools do, what they are, and what each of them does, and the shortcuts for them and all that. And then I'll share for each, from a poster to, from first of all a logo, then a poster, or a poster. Anyway, designing a poster is almost, so we can go through the same steps to design a brochure, to a flyer, to a poster. It's just the graphics and all that. To creating an illustration from a drawing or sketch. How do you come up with something from a sketch? And then I'll share a more detailed, it's a link to a more detailed video, which explains most of these one by one in bits. It's about 3 hours, but my advice, we're going into the weekend. My advice is practice, okay? It's a free online resource. There's no limit to what you can do with Illustrator. Okay, so please practice. I'm going to share the resources. So I'm unable to go through this again in the interest of time. There is way too much that we still have to cover if you look at the timetable. So we have 1 hour, but the shortcut to all this is Canva. That's why we covered Canva anyway. Whatever you can create in Illustrator, you can create with Canva. However, Illustrator, is a professional grade tool, so it gives you that professional, I don't know, feel, or the tool to create almost anything, and then you can dive into the rest of some of the Adobe Cloud apps like Photoshop and all that. So like I said, I'll share. There is a website that you can use to download some of these. It's filescr.com. So like I told you, the apps, Adobe Illustrator. However, installation is different according to the computer that you use. Like you can see, there is Adobe Illustrator 2025 graphics. It's pre-activated, which means you don't have to pay for a license to use it. There is Windows and Mac OS. I don't know which operating system that you're using. You can it's 3.92 GB. You can download it directly. You can download it first using Beta. You can download it using a torrent, since it's a large file. You can see created by Adobe 2025 full version and all that. November 20 was released in November 2024, and it requires Windows 64-bit, and there is over 3 million downloads so far. So FileCR is a website that you can download legit applications without corruption. They're not corrupted. Okay, they're authentic Windows, Mac OS, Android apps, and Android and all this. But anyway, this is where you can download Adobe. However, the official, I think someone has already shared. Okay, someone has already shared where to get the Adobe Cloud. You can see from adobe.com is free download, and there is a free trial, and then you can see Illustrator 7-day free trial, and then after that it is, I think, $22 per month. So here you get you can buy it now. You can try this with the free trial. You get an unlimited. Currently, there is even the AI added to Adobe Illustrator. So you just type in a prompt and it will come up with whatever you prompted it to do. So it's that easy to use Adobe Illustrator as of today. Okay, it's AI enhanced. Just type in a prompt and Adobe will do the work for you anyway. Same goes for Photoshop. Same goes for most of these Adobe Creative Cloud. Okay. So this is also the official site for Adobe, so you can get the full app with the latest updates. You won't be charged until your trial ends and all that. So this is where you get the official Adobe app. However, if you don't want to pay and all that, you can download it from FileCR. It's over 3.92 GB. But installation is different depending on what computer you're using, depending on what operating system you're using and all that. So happy New Year once again, and I wish you a lovely weekend.